actually developing the solution for real, this is when things kick and get harder because you get funding problems, you get structural problems that you need to solve. You have more time, but also you're in a rush because you feel like maybe what you built is going to be forgotten. So
what I like to say to everybody who's a bit younger than me is that everything in business is personal. Everything in life is personal. There's no not personal. Come on. Is there anything not personable about being fired or about firing someone? Everything is personal. So I think what resonates with me that Zoe was saying is team.
It's all about the control, and the people with the money are going to control it. I think they're going to try to take all the XRP there is in existence. Not mine.
I just really look forward to seeing how over the next couple of years, as we continue to cross paths and different things, to see where each one of us are in this Web3 era that we live in today.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, family and friends? Welcome back. In this video, we're in New York City, the heart of finance, resilience, and now the epicenter of tokenized transformation. This isn't just another event. This was an XRP meetup hosted with purpose, grit, and the belief in the power of community. In this video, I was surrounded by builders, visionaries, and XRP OGs, people who didn't wait for permission. They navigated broken systems, lawsuits, regulations, and still showing up ready to leave a dent in the universe. The XRP meetup went on for a solid couple of hours, and here are some quality moments fueled by passion and an undeniable pursuit of a better tomorrow. In this video, we hear from Boone Bergsma, CEO of W3 SaaS, building Web3 tools that serve people and purpose, not just profit. Adam Dahmoul, CEO of Cypher Labs, where security meets science and future-ready infrastructure. Antonio Brasse, CEO of BlockQuake, a Bronx-born exchange leader pushing the boundaries of compliance and innovation. Peter Hubshman and Zoe Braiterman, co-founders of Web3 Enabler, merging Web3 solutions with Salesforce infrastructure. And the one and only Jimmy Void, founder of XRP Bronx Bulls, graffiti artist, cultural connector, and unapologetically XRP to the core. This community is proof that everything in business is personal. Every wallet, every trade, every late night pivot, it all matters. Because behind every asset is a story, and behind every great story is a reason why we never gave up. I'm proud to be here with every single one of you in the XRP community, whether you came here for the tech, for the freedom, or for your family's future. You're in the right room. Let's build something that outlasts the hype. Thanks for tuning in. Love you mucho.
it all started with the hackathon. So as developers, we do a lot of hackathons. We go to big events. We try to develop something in a quick amount of time, and we meet a lot of people. So at first, everything goes very fast. You develop your solution. You get there. You have your first sketch of a product. And then people like it. So people start talking about it. People tell you, yeah, you should keep on moving with it. And it's very exciting. But when you get to the second phase, which is actually developing the solution for real, this is when things kick and get harder because you get funding problems, you get structural problems that you need to solve. You have more time, but also you're in a rush because you feel like maybe what you built is going to be forgotten. So it's ups and downs, but like overall, it's an amazing experience, honestly.
Antonio, if you don't mind.
Yeah, and I'll take it up a notch to a higher level. So, there's this whole concept of our way of being. Every single moment in our life, like we're being a certain way. And people feel that, people see that, they experience that. And based on their experience, they are going to want to work with you or not, invest in you or not. And for myself, we went through the hard years and then stuff started shifting. And I myself, when you're passionate about something, you're full of energy, you're uplifting, etc. People see it. That's what also, like, you brought up some political stuff. And I'm working on crypto legislation for New York State right now. I had a meeting with a top elected official for New York State late last year. I wouldn't have been ready for that meeting a couple years ago. Like, I had to go through it and, find myself and everything and see like how committed was I to my passion. And
I'm a startup junkie. I don't even want to expose my list. And a few years ago, I gave up on clients because I used to have 3 or 4 startup clients every year. And now I just do ones that I'm a founder in. It's just one big startup. It's all about learning. It's all about new stuff. I also have hobbies. I do photography and I'm a musician. So there's no retirement. It's just all fun stuff.
What instrument do you play?
I've been playing the guitar since I was 12.
And again, it's a matter of what problems you want to solve in the world. You can't have a dysfunctional team that does not properly collaborate and build something meaningful. So that's just so much of the problem. I could even theoretically start doing something on the side that I'm not passionate about at all for free because of my team. We really built it so well. Not only don't want to kill each other, we love each other. It just says a lot because it's hard. Let's face it. Because you're going through difficult things. There's really no sense of timeline on when certain milestones are going to be met. And in order to be okay with that,
We're all do or die, right? So yeah, maybe the timing of things is because it was right at this moment, but it's always a full court press. There's no excuses allowed. There's no one to blame but yourself. As long as you believe that failure is not an option, you will find the right pivot at the right time. I guess I would put it that way. What I like to say to everybody who's a bit younger than me is that everything in business is personal. Everything. Everything in life is personal. There's no not personal. Come on. Is there anything not personable about being fired or about firing someone? Everything is personal. So I think what resonates with me that Zoe was saying is team. If you don't believe that your team is your family, you're doomed to fail. That's what I think.
I am so underqualified to be here right now. You said it before, good and bad people. I believe it's all by design. And when you say it's always personal, it is always personal. And money controls everything. Whoever's controlling the money, good or bad, they're going to make an impact on anything. And I have not met a bad person at any of the XRP events. Like, it's amazing. I'm blessed to be here, and I'm blessed to go to all the events. Right? Thanks so much. I'm blessed to be here.
How did you find your way into blockchain?
My first investment, I got hurt at work, so I had to figure out something to occupy my time. And I got into Dogecoin. Then I got into BTC. That was the first. XRP is the best. And when I started learning about it, getting together with everyone from the XRP family, because that's what I call it, I couldn't have made a better decision in my investment with XRP and my friendship with everybody here. I try to explain to people how the technology and how great this is, but I'm a grunt. I'm a Bronx guy. I don't know how to talk about developing and regulations and legislation. I just believe that everything is all by design. And this is where money's going. Like XRP, the velocity of money. Like what else is there? Like I believe cash is going to go away, and I don't know when that's going to happen. Maybe not in my lifetime. It's all about the control, and the people with the money are going to control it. I think they're going to try to take all the XRP there is in existence. Not mine. I have a lot of injuries, so I've been like in panic mode for 30 years. Well, when I invested, I always did everything great. And when I learned about XRP and I wanted to invest in it, and I call it my generational success for my daughter. Like, I don't need it. I don't need anything from XRP. I don't need any returns, any gains. But it's for my daughter and all the generations that come after me, because they're going to have to live. And the world's going to change. Every day the world changes. So I just think of my family, and XRP is right there. And that's why I got a tattoo. I wish I Mini Cooper. I have a Mini Cooper, and my license plate is XRP Bullseye. They call me Jimmy Boyd. I used to spray paint graffiti on trains, allegedly. I made these banners when I went to the first XRP LV, and they got filled up right away. So I had to make a second one. And these are my designs, my logo, my artwork. And I am wearing my shirt, Boyd shirt. That's my graffiti. And I wanted to make logos. This is a great family. Like I love everybody. I never met a bad person at any of the XRP events, and that's why I'm here.
I turned 41 in April. 41 years ago, I was born with a generic disease. My mom, after 5 years of doctors testing and doctors taking a piece of my liver, they discovered that I had a genetic disease called Gaucher's. They told my mom I'd probably live to be 8 or 9 years old, provide the best life she could for me. And because of that, I've had a lot of like nonprofit organizations do amazing things. Like Make a Wish was a organization that's amazing trip for me, and those kind of things. Growing up and realizing, the generosity and compassion of good people was always a big inspiration for me. 15 years ago, I really wanted to do something different with my life. I was tired of being in the grind, and so back to this pursuit of passions. I really started working in the marketing and advertising industry to find ways to redirect advertising dollars to nonprofits, and started working on marketing technology. And fast forward to now, that's really what led me down the road to explore DLT and tokenization. And as I was kind of mentioning before, I just really have a passion for seeing how we can use things that we're already doing today to have a greater impact. And so my biggest hope in like this whole industry is that I really do think there's so many amazing people that are building great things that we're kind of in this renaissance era of like a new wave of online applications and things coming out, where everything kind of in the past was really how do we build something to make money, and that's still very important because you can never have a business without making money. But I feel like a lot of people in this space in the Web3 industries are like, how do we make money and do something better or do something good? And I mean, so many great people that are trying to use this technology to improve people's lives or do other things to open up new opportunities for them. And so I'm very thankful to be here today. I'm very thankful to be on this journey I've been. I'm thankful to know you, Ray, and meet everyone here today. I just really look forward to seeing how over the next couple of years, as we continue to cross paths and different things, to see where each one of us are in this Web3 era that we live in today.
Yeah. One of the main reasons why I decided to get into crypto and even focus on the XRPO was family. Started my family, I had my first kid, decided to do like a career trajectory change and focus a little bit on technology, right? Because it was always like an underlying love that I had. Started looking up some networks and some protocol bases, right? Because I come from a networking background, and networking, you deal with a lot of protocols so that you can talk to other devices, right? Interoperability has always been one of the main foundational standards that I follow, and there was just something that stood out about the XRPL. So wanting to kind of pivot myself and position myself, not to reinvent the wheel, but to kind of shift with the new evolution of that wheel, right? I saw that fintech would help me align futuristic goals with like legacy systems. And those have been my two motivations, connecting IoT devices and the family. Showing up to these IRL events brings a sense of like humility to the environment, right? Because a lot of us, sometimes we're staring at screens, where some of us are looking at charts, some of us are building hardware, we're trying to tweak technologies, so when you can step back and humble yourself, it's really beneficial to step out and hang out with the community.
Can you talk about your experience being a New York resident and the struggle it was to get your hands on XRP?
Pre-lawsuit, it was a little easier. Binance was, you were able to do certain purchases of Binance in New York. You were also able to easily purchase the assets on Coinbase. Once that lawsuit hit, everybody just fell back, and it became one of the most difficult assets to get on the market, right? A lot of exchanges that were trying to operate or open up headquarters in the city just pivoted ship. They just moved away. So as a New Yorker, you had to circumvent those obstacles. It was a learning curve, right? Because you have to find ways to not cheat the game, but take advantage of an opportunity that for some reason your state is not allowing you to take advantage of. Being a financial hub and kind of holding a standard in the Western world, not as the main financial hub, right, but as one of the main financial hub, I think they had a quality assurance obligation to not jump into the game and go, we're going to allow this and potentially hurt our standard, right, as New York State as the financial hub. So I think it was more of a cautionary approach not to, pop the balloon, if that makes any sense. That's how I see it. I don't have a finance background. Growing up in the city, you learn a little bit about this, but just from observing things and reading up on technology and how laws are implemented and how protocols and standards become like a universal accepted playground, right? So everybody can easily go and not get hurt. It was like a hybrid approach, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.